Yup. Yup. We finally back. I wasn't live yesterday. I apologize. And I don't know how long I'll be live today just because I moved into a new house and this Wi-Fi here is not good at all. I my setup's in the basement and I don't know what it is. The router's like upstairs, so that could have something to do with it. But basically, the other night or like 2 nights ago, I live streamed and it was very laggy. And then yesterday, I live streamed and it was laggy as well. And it's just disappointing to like be on live and just be live and have it lag. Like, I don't really want to live stream if it's just gonna lag the whole time. But hopefully it doesn't lag today. If it does, I'll probably end it. And like right now, my Wi-Fi's on like 1 bar, so I can already guarantee you that it's probably gonna lag and I'm probably gonna end early today. But I'll definitely try to get this figured out going into Monday next week because like I love doing this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love being on live and like there's gonna be times where it just kind of sucks, it's just unfortunate. And like if I'm gonna lag the whole time, then I'm just not gonna be live. So you guys have to let me know if I start to lag. So if I start to lag, just let me know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How long has it been, y'all?
All right, join. Okay, I haven't really done too much analysis today, so I'm letting the Discord know that I'm live. Okay, and NFP today, so we just had NFP and we'll see what Price did. Let me make sure this uploaded and then we'll get right into it. Okay. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? How we doing? How we doing this morning? How we doing this morning? It's definitely been an interesting week. It's definitely been a very interesting week. I'm gonna pull up news. I'm pull up news and we had NFP and then we have PMI at 10. But I don't care about PMI because we had NFP. Can you see Bitcoin in a minute? Yo, what's good, Evan? You still gym in the morning? I honestly have not been in the gym in the morning in a week, just because, bro. It's kind of bad, but recently I've just been grinding, which I don't know. Is that bad? Like, I really want to make it in trading, and like this is what I really want to do, and like I ideally want to get to a point to when like we're taking like winning trades every day. So yeah, I feel like it is. So the next week I might get back and swinging things. I do have like some weights at my house now, so but I all I can say is that like all the work that I've been putting in isn't just gonna go nowhere. Okay, I want to mark out this manipulation move. I haven't seen it, but I'm just curious as it lines up with that daily fair value gap. So obviously NQ is heading toward this daily fair value gap, this original consolidation. We have where do we open this week? Monday. Monday we consolidated. Tuesday we expanded lower. Wednesday we had FOMC. Wednesday we went up down, and then Thursday we expanded, and then Friday we're gonna continue that. And I doubt we won't expand today. What I'm thinking is that we're gonna reach strong liquidity, and then we might have a move lower, but we're probably gonna do something like this. It is NFP, keep in mind. So with that being said, where's my tool? Where's my tool? I'm expecting something like this, where we draw into this fair value gap, and then we could have just like something like this. This is really all I'm expecting today. I'm not expecting it to be great today, great action. So just by the look of this, we've had a big up move. The draw on liquidity for me is 1,000% this original consolidation. There's no way we're probably not going to make it to that original consolidation into that daily fair value gap. There's no way. If we look at ES though, ES has drawn into that daily fair value gap, which I'm thinking that NQ is going to draw into that daily fair value gap, so ES is going to go higher a little bit, and then we're going to start to reject off of this and then work our way lower within the upcoming weeks. But I'm expecting it all depends on what we do here. Like, we could continue to go higher. We have this order block I marked out. We have this wick on this candle, and that's just a fair value gap on a smaller time frame, and we also have this daily fair value gap here. So I'm really looking at NQ right now. That's kind of where my point of interest is, where my eyes are drawn to. I'm gonna delete some of this, but we have taken sell side here. We have bounced off this order block for value gap, and that's why we reversed. We had SMT here. That's why price reversed where it did. Now we're gonna work our way up into this daily fair value gap, where when we come in this daily fair value gap, any higher time PD array is a place where we can reverse. What's good, Luca? 9:45 news is gonna take the high and then come back to daily fair value gap. Wait, do we have 9:45? We have 10 a.m. news. I don't really care about the final services. I care about ISM more, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I don't know. Like, we've obviously are in a market maker buy model, which this is just kind of an interesting model. I mean, it's not like, because on the higher time frame, these market maker models they're like a lot of the time, or I'm not gonna say a lot of times, but sometimes, like if you're looking at the higher time frame, we're gonna do something like this to where we tease the high here and then come back and then do that, if that makes sense. Or let's see if I can find an example of kind of what I'm trying to explain. Like, you see here, like, we tease this high, but we had SMT and we come back and take this low. Like, even here, we kind of like act like we're gonna go up. Usually on the higher time frame, the market maker models kind of don't play out like the 100% cleanest. Okay, let's get into it. You've obviously had big expansion higher. I can guarantee you we'll probably have an SMT at these lows somewhere probably. Let's pull up YM. I guess you could. Yeah, see, we have an SMT here. That's why price distributed at NFP. Anytime we have a news event, and if we just distribute, you can guarantee you that we probably have manipulated before that. And SMT is just a sign of manipulation. YM's drawing back into this fair value gap, so I'm gonna mark out consequent encroachment, but I'm also gonna grade this. So I could see us coming into here. I would expect consequent encroachment to hold. So if we don't draw all the way into consequent encroachment, that could be something, but I'm expecting this fair value gap to hold 100%. NQ is coming into the fair value gap. So ES also is looking like we are going to draw into this fair value gap. So I'm looking for consequent encroachment to hold 100%. Let's pull up DXY real quick just to see how DXY is doing. But so DXY actually has come all the way back down into this big imbalance. Again, I'm going to mark out consequent encroachment just so we have that point to refer to. Look at how it's being respected. The body should be is respecting consequent encroachment. And then we have this order block here. Price is respecting. So this I'm expecting this area to hold on DXY. And I'm expecting us to still continue to the already existing draw. Go from internal range to external range. This looks nice still, but we just had like a kind of deeper retracement on DXY. So I'm expecting us to take this draw and then head lower from that. So that's kind of what I'm really expecting. We didn't have NFP. Welcome back, bro. Wait. What do you mean? We didn't have NFP? Tripping? Oh, we did. What do you think of the inner core circle trader? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that inner core circle trader. What do I think of ICT? I don't know. I don't know. I mess with ICT, but sometimes it can be a little. All right, we'll see what a market open does, but I'm expecting a push to this. I'm expecting a push, and I'm expecting us to complete this market maker buy model here. So, in terms of market open, I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a push up into this draw, but at market open, if we drop down to this daily for value gap, or not the daily for value gap, but this imbalance we have here, this could be an opportunity. We've already had the manipulation, so I'm not expecting us to take this low. This low is a protected low. We have a big imbalance here. I'm expecting this to hold 100%, and I'm expecting us to push towards the draw on liquidity. If we don't take this, I just don't see a reason for us not to take this daily for value gap, you know? Like, all of this is just for us to come into here. Like, it just makes no sense for us to not finish this market maker model, you know? What's good, Slime Ball? What's good, Jay? What's good, Sal? How you been? Recently, I moved, and I definitely, I don't know. I was been like grinding, and I don't like to say like, oh, I've been grinding, but like I really want this, and that's kind of what my focus is. So that's non-farm employment. I'm pretty sure that's NFP. I I don't I don't know too much about news. You know, I don't really care too much about news, but yeah, this is NFP, 100%. That and non-farm employment. I don't know. I don't know like 1,000%, but this is NFP. This is NFP. Like 1,000,000%. This is NFP. Non-farm employment. All right. I'm expecting us to maybe draw back into here, but I'm expecting a push to these highs. On Forex Factory, click calendar. Ugh. I just exit out. You guys gotta let me know if I start to lag. If I start to lag, I'll probably end stream. Calendar. Yeah, I guess it kind of shows you everything. I don't know, it's kind of unnecessary. Where was I at? Forums? Chart for Euro USD. This looks like yeah, or yeah, yes. Okay. Kind of. Is there any forex you wanna look at? I don't know. Recently, I've been kind of like tuning into forex. Forex, the key to forex is to base your trades like really off the higher time frame. What the higher time frame is doing, like if you have a 3 month perspective and then drop down lower, because like here, this is looking like this 3 month candle is gonna expand lower. Or actually, I don't know. We just took sell stops in this imbalance. We're not really gonna look at forex. We're just gonna pull up Mr. NQ. Okay, let's see what market open does. I'm expecting just a push towards this high, but we don't have to 100%. We kind of have all these lows here. I'm gonna pull up the sessions indicator, but I don't really care too much about it because okay, so we've had London. This looks like classic London low a day, so I really don't expect much for today. I don't think today is going to be very good, very optimal to trade in. So, therefore, like even if we do take this daily for value gap in this original consolidation, I don't really see us heading back to London low, but it is a possibility. I would say more of a target would be this for value gap, but we'll see if we come back into that for value gap before taking this high. So yeah, London, we've had classic manipulation, so I'm expecting 100% New York continuation, which is exactly what we're doing. Anytime we have a London manipulation, we put London low of the day. That's very classic to see. How y'all doing? It's definitely been a minute. I kind of want to get back in the groove. Well, not been a minute, but that's kind of. I just wasn't like, just my Wi-Fi has been bad, you know. Hopefully she holds up. Hopefully she holds us up today, and we'll see. But like, I'm not gonna be live if I'm just lagging the whole time on stream. Like, no one wants to watch that. Can you see the turtle soup and SMT here? We had an SMT with YM. That's all I know down here. You probably moved the router. I don't know if I could. No, what the highs, dude. I do not give a shit about this SMT here. I do not care about this SMT. This SMT means nothing. This is a 1 minute SMT, bro. The draw on liquidity is easily here. We're not gonna immediately displace, or I mean we could, but I highly doubt we're gonna displace off of this. I care more about the lows right now because the draw on liquidity is higher. When the draw on liquidity is clearly higher, I don't care about the highs. I care about the lows. Oh, you see the turtle soup at the low? Like, yeah. Oh, we have a turtle soup at the low now, too. Like, everything's not turtle soup. Okay, just because we have an SMT here, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, we'll see what this does. There might be a little model here that we could look for, but I doubt it'll be the most highest probability condition, you know. Now all you gotta do is unplug the power and the Wi-Fi cords on the router, and then I don't know if I can't move the router because I can't move it because most importantly it's not my house. Like I just moved in, and then I don't know, I'm not gonna share too much about that, but I can't move it. Like it's not my decision. You don't lag though? Bet. I'm not lagging. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. You know PB trading? Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him. I used to like follow him. Like I still follow him, but I would say like paid attention to him. Now I don't really. Does trading pay the bills? It will in the future, and I'm trying to make that pay off. So like I really want it. I really want it, and at a point you gotta think like how bad do you want it, and right now I really want it. So I can 1,000% guarantee you, or I'm gonna say that, but I can guarantee you that it will pay off in the future. Okay, ES drawn back in that imbalance. Let's see if we fill this. Let's see how far we can fill this imbalance. I do want to look at this. I never really look at regular trading hours. But since we have had that big gap, we could come back down, which is pretty much just that imbalance. So, I'm not going to pay attention to that at all. Okay. SMT at lows. Starting to displace here. This could be some form of I don't know. This doesn't. We just don't have enough structure. The 950 macro. I'm gonna map that out. That could be a solid entry point, or it depends on what the structure shows us. But 950 is I always like that 950 macro. I'm not trading all today. Yeah, me neither. I'm likely not going to trade at all this next month, at least for the end of May. I'm just going to tape read and just build conviction because there's no reason to like try to hop in the markets, try to make it quick, Like I'm here to play it slow. If that means I'm playing it boring, if that means like I'm not going to trade for a whole month, then that's what I'm going to do. Because right now, regardless, we kind of are generating liquidity here, but we have taken this high, and we do have an SMT at these highs here. So we do have an SMT here. I don't really care too much about it because the draw is higher, but notice that we could get some form of retracement into this fair value gap, but I don't expect us to because we've had SMT at the lows. We've had clear displacement higher. So I care more about the lows here than I do about the highs. I'm watching ES, and it's tapped mean threshold with 4 hour fair value gap, and we have an SMT with NQ also break 4 hour. I'm expecting the NQ to draw higher. Because think about it. This is how I see it. So ES has drawn into this daily fair value gap before, and NQ hasn't. So I was expecting the draw to be the daily fair value gap on NQ. But we never did that, and then we came all the way back down here, and then we came all the way back up here. So in my mind, it doesn't make sense for us to not draw into this fair value gap. It just does not make sense. Like we probably the market makers would not push us all the way up here if we're not going to draw into this daily fair value gap. So that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, you gotta be aware and cautious that anything can happen, and the only thing that matters in the market is when you're in a trade. That's the only thing that matters. Like I don't care what the market's doing right now because I'm not in a trade. I don't care what it does. Like it could do whatever it wants. But as soon as the market, as soon as I'm in a trade, that's when I really care what the market's doing. But right now, I don't care what the market's doing because I don't deem it to be a high quality opportunity. And like there's not always gonna be a high quality opportunity, so that's why I'm not in a trade. That's why I'm not in a trade. So like most of trading is just waiting. It's just waiting. Sitting on your hands and waiting. We look at YM. We have this order block here. We have this area of fair value. So right here, you could reject off of. I've been backtesting, seeing that where times normally a market maker model bottom or top that delivers. I've been backtesting, seeing what times there's normally a market maker model. Oh, I see. Do I have to buy a gaming chair to start a YouTube account? Bro, you're making my brain hurt. No. I feel like you're trolling right now. No, you don't. Bro, do you you look at my streams, bro. My first YouTube video, or dude, my old chair. I got a new chair, but my old chair I had at my old house, bro, was a kitchen chair. It's terrible. Also remember that if we were in a premium right now, we just rebalanced. We haven't rebalanced. We still have this imbalance above us. Like we haven't rebalanced this fair value gap, which is why we need to go higher. Why the market's gonna be pushing higher. Alright, this actually does look kind of nice on ES. We have stacked highs. We're now about to form a fair value gap here. Let's see if we draw back into here. This now becomes your order block. I personally don't like an entry like that, but that's not my type of entry, so I'm not gonna take a trade like that. But so we'll see. Yo, what's good, Anthony? How you doing? How you doing? ES is weaker, so maybe it breaks the high as well. NQ takes the gap. ES right now is weaker. ES is stronger. Or am I tweaking? Because ES is already taking these highs, or these highs. ES is stronger. NQ is weaker. I don't know. I don't really care too much about that, but I'm expecting the draw to clearly be this fair value gap we have up here. In terms of trading, I don't really see too much opportunity. The only thing I see is this fair value gap aligned with this order block. And then we have stacked equal highs here on ES. 950 macro is about to open up in like 6 minutes. We also have news at 10 a.m. So gotta be cautious. If you're gonna take a trade right now, you gotta wait for that 10 a.m. news. Well, I don't know. You could trade right now, but I honestly wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense. The model isn't clear, so therefore I don't think there's really. Yesterday we had clean action. Not gonna lie, we had clean action yesterday. Clean action like this right here. We had SM2 with YM. I was looking at this and I was like, "Ooh, this is clean." And then this fair value gap would have been a phenomenal entry. And then I was looking, even here, I was looking at. Well, I didn't trade it, but I was looking like, yeah, this fair value gap. That's your entry too. Then we come back down. We leave an original consolidation. We come into a 1 hour imbalance. We probably have SMT at the lows. We work our way up. Come back down. Where? Order block for value gap. Boom. Order block for value gap. Boom. Get back bought up. Where would you enter here? After here, we're disrespecting this. We get displacement higher. I honestly wouldn't really look to enter here. You don't need to enter here. This entry here, though, this entry right here is pretty good. Off of this level here. Okay, maybe you didn't even catch that. You might look to take this order block we have here. This order block, bought up, to original consolidation. Then after that, I was actually looking for a short. No, I was looking for this short. Here, and then we had SMC here, which is why we didn't take this low. I'm not gonna go over it in too much detail, but we didn't take this low here. We had SMT, and then we get bought up. There was something I was looking at. I remember. Oh yeah, here. This is classic. I'm pretty sure like AMDX, but right here we've liquidated this original consolidation, but we can't reverse here. Price cannot reverse here. So from this consolidation, price cannot reverse. And you'll see this a lot. I've been backtesting a lot. Where price can't reverse here because we have a consolidation. We can only expand from a consolidation. We consolidate after taking this high here. If price wanted to reverse here, we would have swept it and we would have headed lower. So we can't reverse here. We're going to consolidate and then we're going to come back up one more time. Then manipulate these highs and then head lower. The reason why we didn't take this low is because we had SMT there. Yesterday was good. I would agree. And then the rest of the day, it kind of is what it is. Wait, what is this? Oh, Apple had earnings. That's what this was. For the rest of the day, did we have seek and destroy as well? I'm pretty sure. Seek and destroy type conditions in these markets. I feel like we did. Yeah. I mean, technically we didn't take Asia low here, but kind of, yeah, we had seek and destroy, I would say so. Come back down. We took this. I was kind of bearish. Like, I still wanted us to head back down to these lows down here, but price will only reverse off of a higher time from PD rate and if we have an SMT. Why did we reverse yesterday? We had SMT at the lows and we were in the higher time from PD rate. What was that higher time from PD rate? Okay, higher time from PD rate can be these lows. A low is a PD rate, so that's why we reversed. Also, I think we were in like a 1 hour gap. Yeah, we were in a 1 hour gap. Look at that wick. I was saying in the Discord that I just didn't like this wick. Like, if you're short here, you want to be like reassessing. Like, look at that big wick expansion, and right now we have taken the draw. So right now is when we can kind of reverse. We can, but I don't expect it. We've taken this draw on ES. This is what I was looking at. I didn't really see an opportunity to really capitalize off of this. Like, realistically, SMT would be the only entry that you could take, but I'm not that type of trader. I'm going to wait. But the only entry I really see offered is the fact that we had this SMT here. Then we had displacement. You could have maybe entered here, but I would wait. I would wait for us to maybe retrace back in a order block for value gap. That would have been the only entry that I really saw there, which we never got. So that's just how the market's going to work. But right now, we are within this 4-hour for value gap. We're in an area of imbalance here. Where in this price leg is balanced? Okay. We've been bearish. We've had displacement lower here throughout this whole move. If I'm looking at this, we have this imbalance here. That is imbalanced. We have this order block here, which if we want to go lower, we're not going to violate this order block. So I'm really looking at that. This is a higher time frame order block. It also is higher probability because this order block has engaged a higher time frame PD rate, this fair value gap, and it has displaced lower. So this order block here is really of my interest. This order block. I'm gonna mark out the wick of it, but you can mark out the body. This order block is very high quality, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah. Nice for you to be back. I would agree. I would agree 100%. I really it definitely is nice. Definitely is nice. Like we just gonna be go harder and harder, bro. But like anytime I'm not live or anytime like you don't see me, like I didn't post activated yesterday or the day before. What's good, Mawad? Which happened to the buy model yesterday? What did you say? There could be market reversals or from 10 to 10-10. 10 to 10-10. Yeah, that 950 to 1010 macro. Guess we did reverse. All right, now let's see what happens. We have this big fair value gap, and we have all of these lows here that we could draw back into. This is kind of what I'm expecting, but I want to see a sharp reversal. I want to see displacement on a higher time frame back inside of this range to validate us to go here or maybe here. We'll see what happens. I missed you, bro. I was checking for your streams, like, where you at? Yeah. I apologize. I wasn't live. Okay. So, have I been lagging at all? Has it been laggy at all? Or has it been good? Let me know. Because I got on live the other day, and, like, I was looking back on the stream, it was just so laggy to where, like, I'm not gonna be live. I'm just laggy the whole time. And as well, like, I'm not even trading this week. I'm using this week and probably this whole next month just to develop as a trader. And then when the time comes, I'll be able to execute, you know? Like, when the time comes, I'll be able to execute. But right now, like, there's no reason for me to execute if, like, I could just give it some more time. And, like, yeah, okay, you could say that you're only going to learn if you're going to trade, but I really think that tape reading is a lot more beneficial than people actually understand. Like, you don't have to be in a trade to really learn, to really develop as a trader, 1,000%. And, like, you even don't even have to be risking your own capital to learn how to trade. The biggest BS that I've ever heard in the trading industry is that you need to have skin in the game. Oh my gosh, we all gonna make it, yes sir. Hey, I appreciate it. That's crazy. That's the first ever donation on the stream. That's a W. I appreciate it. We all gonna make it? Yeah, 1,000%. It's definitely kind of scary though. I was watching ICT's live stream and he was kind of talking about how, like, think about it. Think about it. I appreciate that. That means that's the first donation I've got. That mean, that's going down in history. Going down in history. Friday the 3rd on NFP. Sut Trades first donation by Luca Trades. The OG. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It means a lot, bro. It means a lot. Like ICT was talking about how like, where I was even watching a video. Like trading's fairly new. Think about it. Like trading's fairly new. Like yeah, like trading has been a thing, but like, it's fairly new. Fairly new. And what I mean about that is like, it's kind of been around for like 20, 25 years or like something like that. It's been fairly new. So who knows what this is going to do. A lot more people are figuring out how these markets work and how these markets book. So we'll see what happens. Journal that donation. 100%. I mean, I don't really care too much about like the money side of things. I don't care too much about the money side of trading and the money side of like YouTube, but I know it's gonna. I'm thinking about. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm thinking about. I don't know, like. I feel like I should. I don't know. How long have you been trading for? I've been trading for around a year. Around a year. I would say like seriously though, it hasn't been too long. So like I'm a student. I'm a developing student. So with that being said, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna make mistakes. We all are. You're gonna lose. And if you think that you're gonna win every single trade, then it's really just playing a toll on you, because you are gonna lose. You are gonna mess up. You are gonna make mistakes. If you're not able to accept your risk, that's really the most important part of trading, is just first accepting the risk that you're putting on the table. Let's look at DXY. We need to see more structure. We need to see more structure. We've come down into this 4-hour fair value gap. There really needs to be more structure to validate something. It really does. And this is exactly what I was talking about on a little bit earlier in the stream. But I was saying that like some of the times, at least I've been noticing, when we have a market maker model on the higher time frame, we're gonna tease liquidity before then coming back and hunting it. Like look at this higher time frame. Look at how well we tease liquidity, which is why me personally, like I don't think you should swing trade. I don't like swing trade. I would much rather be an intraday trader, which it just makes a lot of sense, because like you don't have to come up to this high to make money, or also you don't have to do that by swing trading. Like you can have a partial here, but it wouldn't make sense. Look how close we got to this high, and then we just end up dumping. So like they left these equal highs. Why did we leave this? Why did we leave this? Think about it. We left these highs to come back to then balance this price range. Notice how imbalanced this was. And right here, this is your mitigation block. Sorry, your breaker, kind of. So we come into here. That's why the market really came back down. OTE. Yeah, this is definitely OTE. Look at the bodies. I don't care too much about the wicks. I care more about the bodies. But look at the bodies there. So yeah, it definitely does look nice. In terms of right now, I don't really see high quality trade setup. There probably could be someone later on, which, honestly, y'all, let's go live all day today. Let's go live all day today. I gotta make some back, cause like I feel like I'm definitely from not being live yesterday. I don't like it. Like, I don't like being inconsistent, and like I'm all about consistency. And the fact that like I didn't live stream yesterday, and the fact that I've been so consistent, I've showed up every single day, and then like I haven't, is like kind of like but it is what it is. I need $75 to pass my first evaluation. Hopefully, I can keep this discipline when I'm funded. Don't rush it. I would agree. Hey, good stuff, Eddie. I would say, some good advice would be to maybe come back to it in like, I would say take a break for maybe like a week. That could be some good advice because think about it. Like you're trade the market's not going to leave you. Like take a break and then you can come back to it and then you can pass your fund it then. But I feel like most of the time traders try to rush it. They try to get it too quick and then they end up blowing it. But I don't know. I would keep on trading, but yeah, definitely keep with that discipline. That's definitely good to see. Nice stuff. How do you think about getting eval this week but low-key scared? You think about buying an eval this week? I would say I don't like evals. I'm not a fan of fundeds. I mean, they're good when when you are a profitable trader, but especially if you're in that stage of not being profitable yet and not being confident with who you are as a trader and not being confident with what you see and what you're looking for, they're just gonna make it worse. They're just gonna make the whole thing worse. You know? Does that make sense? Like they are probably ruining so many traders just because traders want to get on the charts and they want to make money and they're greedy. I lost my fund because of greed. Hey, it is what it is. I would say for me, bro, I'm playing this like a tortoise, and if that means taking a full like three years to become profitable, then that's what I'm gonna do because it makes no sense to like just try to rush it, you know? Like I'm gonna take it slow, and then I'm gonna take it steady, and I could honestly care less what anyone says about that. I could care less about what anyone says about that. I don't care what people say about that. I don't care. In your Discord, I saw a picture of the time frame of the PD rate to the time frame of the MXM. Do you know where that is? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Like time frame alignment. I think Onsite posted it. Let me just search up. Let me try to find it. But yeah, your hourly, your daily time frame is going to your daily time frame is going to line up with your hourly, which is going to line up with your 5 minute. Here we go. Are you talking about this? So your monthly is going to line up with your weekly, which is you're going to look for your daily entry. Your weekly is going to line up with your daily, which you're going to look for or actually I don't know. Your daily, yeah, your daily. I don't know if I like this graphic. Yes, it's still technically correct. Yeah, I agree with this. Your 4 hour. I don't know too much. Where is it? Look up on-site. Just look up on-site. If you go over here, you search from user. Let's go on-site, but we'll see where it is. It's in journal. It's in 5/2 journal. That's where that is. All right. Look at what price did. We came back up, almost in a constant encroachment of this fair value gap. Kind of respecting here. Off of news, we had a sweep of liquidity. We've had displacement. We've now have activated this breaker, change state delivery on the 1 minute. This now becomes your breaker. We've had displacement lower. What do we have here? We have a fair value gap. On ES, it has been mitigated though, which I don't love. On NQ, we have all these swing lows. Have yet to be mitigated or have yet to be taken. And we have this big imbalance here. So look how price is reacting. This is your breaker. You have a low, high, lower, low. We have a sweep of liquidity here in that daily fair value gap. We didn't leave an imbalance though. A very tiny one here is what we left. In terms of time, it still is that macro, and we just had news. I would wait for 10 a.m. news, or for maybe more structure. Just by the look of things, this could be a potential trade entry. I don't like it though. I'm not gonna come in the market. I'm not gonna look for a trade like that. So I never really shared this exact stat because I was up 1,700 on the first days of the fund day, and then PM of the second day I lost 1K instead of just hopping off the charts. I ended up blowing it. Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, Luca. Whenever I saw you, you were up like 1,700 on your funded. I was kind of trying to warn you, but I was like, yeah, that. I was like, yeah, that money ain't his. But I'm not here to like shit on anyone, so I wasn't trying to bring that negative energy up. I don't know, like there's no sense to rush it. Can you show MIG for value gap in Nasdaq? What do you mean, MI? What do you mean by that? The fair value gap in Nasdaq? Can you show MI? What does that mean? MIG fair value gap. Mitigated fair value gap. Look at how well we're respecting constant encroachment here. Daily fair value gap. Is there anything higher time frame of that? Do we have a higher? Where's the higher time order block? Order block's here at the end of the fair value gap. Okay. All right. I do like this. Kind of getting some displacement. I want to see how this 5-minute candle closes. And what I want to get better at as a trader is like, you don't have to be in here. You don't. You don't have to be in earliest as possible to make money. Earliest as possible to make money. You don't. Just wait. Let it breathe. Are you talking about the mitigate? When I was saying mitigated fair value, I was talking about this on ES. Or ES has come into this fair value gap already. This was that NFP. So this fair value gap has been mitigated. So instead of looking at a draw on liquidity, my draw on liquidity would be this low instead of this fair value gap. But NQ, my draw would be the fair value gap. Regardless, it's looking like we're going to take this low. We have swept highs here. We'll come back into a breaker. We didn't leave a fair value gap, which is why I don't deem this necessarily a high quality trade. We barely left one. But we never came back into it. So I wouldn't really be looking to take this model. We have a low here on ES. I'm expecting that to 100% be the draw. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I've only been trading for about a month and starting to feel like I'm missing out for real. That's the problem, bro. Trading, there's so many demons. Like, I could not trade for 2 months, for 3 months, for a year, and like I wouldn't miss out on anything. Especially in the early stage of your career. Like, don't rush it. Just take a deep breath, sit back, chillax, and chillax, bro. Like, you have time in your career. Thinking that you need to come in here and you need to make all this money within your first year. Exactly what I did, and I got put on my ass, right? I lost like $12,000. Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I lost like 12,000. So I'm gonna take it slow. When the time comes, when I become a better trader, I'm gonna come in the markets. I'm gonna make all that back, and more. I can guarantee you. I guarantee you, when the time comes, I'm gonna make all that back and more, 100%. You need 5 days, 200 plus profit. Oh, I see. Because yeah, think about it. You're in a funded account. You made 1,700. That's gotta be like something. Like, you're thinking like, hey, I just made this money. I want this money because 1,700. That's a decent amount. I'll be right back. I'm parched, bro. I'm gonna fill my water. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The past, I say a lot. I say I'm not gonna lie a lot. When I wasn't live streaming though, it kind of was nice. Now I get why y'all like chill on my live stream. It's just like you're sitting in front of the charts and you're able to just like you're just chilling there, you know. Like it definitely was nice. Definitely was nice. Like now I know. Got some breakfast here. How many contracts were you trading, Luca? Were you trading like 2 minis? Um, yeah, we did tap that 3 minute. I'm not gonna lie. See what I'm saying? I say I'm not gonna lie a lot. I don't know if I love using the 3 minute. And like right now, I can guarantee you I'm lagging. Was I lagging there? The term fade means doing the opposite of someone. So like, say you come in my live streams and you fade me, it means you take the opposite trades. Bro, you're okay. Good. Stream live. Wait, is it? That 3 minute Ferrari gap though could have been a nice entry. I'm not taking it. I ain't taking it. We're definitely looking for this Ferrari gap. We haven't had a 5 minute change state delivery yet. Let me pull up Discord. All right. Interesting Discord interactions there. We did create a 5 minute gap up here, which we can retrace into. I do like that wick on that candle though. On that news candle, that wick does look nice. For me though, I don't see enough structure to really validate a trade. I simply don't. I don't love anything yet. I'm looking that we could possibly come into that 5 minute fair value gap. See what happens. We do have a fair value gap below us, but ES is already drawn into it. Nothing looks clean, so like there's definitely not high quality opportunity. Yesterday though, like when we have PA, this is what I mean. Like yesterday when we have PA like this is the type of stuff you want to capitalize off of. This is the type of stuff that you want to be risk on with. This is the type of PA you really want to be in. But PA like this to where, hey, we've just had NFP. We just had a big news event that just drove volatility. We've had a big expansion. We've come into a daily for value gap. I kind of don't know what price wants to do. You don't care to be risk on you don't care to come in and try to make money when price is doing stuff like this. No. You got to recognize the conditions that we're in. Yeah, there could be opportunity, but anything here, like trying to take a short here, is just a little bit lower quality. We do have all these swing lows here, which is what I was talking about. We do have this fair value gap that I want to see become the draw on liquidity. We have just taken this higher time PDA. Where do we kind of reject off of? Consequent encroachment. We like almost came into consequent encroachment. I guess you could say what is that, 4 points away? Oh, how did I know? 4 points exactly. Okay, we're 4 points away from that consequent encroachment. Let's say that's pretty close. I want to look at some other stuff. I want to look at gold real quick. Weekly, we're in a weekly fair value gap right here. We've come back. We're in all-time highs in gold, so we're coming down in the weekly fair value gap. Work our way down to a daily time frame. We have now respected this daily fair value gap, so we kind of have some displacement lower. We're not creating a new daily fair value gap yet. I would like to see some displacement lower. Notice the imbalance that we have left here on the daily. So I would be kind of pretty bearish on gold. Right now though, I don't really see anything. We have swept this low here. It's a higher time from PD array. In terms of the daily though, I would like to still see the draw be lower on gold. I would like to see us do something like this. And then we can still continue lower, or we can come back up. If we're looking at this in terms of hourly structure, we have left these nice highs up here. Kind of have swept both buy side and sell side here. I don't know. I don't like anything on gold yet. Let's look at Euro USD or something like that. Some of the nice. Okay, we'll look at GU. In terms of this, we've had a weekly order block we were respecting here. Let's kind of zoom out just a little bit more. Overall, this pair is very bearish. At displacement lower, we have swept here. We have swept this low. We're now within this very high time frame PD right here. Higher time fair value gap, but we have swept lows here. But we haven't gotten any form of displacement higher yet. In order to validate that we're not going to hold this, I would need to see displacement. We have yet to get that. So I would still expect us to kind of respect this, to maybe go down on these lows, but I do like the fact that we have already taken this low here. To where, hey, we don't have to go any lower. Just by looking at this though. On the lower time frame though, what do we have here? We kind of have a BPR. Well, this isn't the lower. I just said monthly is the lower time frame. That's crazy. We do have a monthly BPR here. Do you like on the weekly? We're coming back down into this weekly order block. We're starting to kind of respect it on the daily. We have left some highs up here, and we have hit the draw on liquidity, which is this daily fair value gap. So in terms of trading this, we're starting to respect this, but we're in between two imbalances here. We're respecting two imbalances, so I would definitely be waiting. Like, this is not risk on. Whenever I say risk on, I would say it's not something you really need to trade right now. I'm not gonna lie, like, peeping some forex recently, and just like, if you have like 4 pairs in mind and you just like kind of go off of them and just say like, hey, this pair I know I'm probably gonna get a setup, but this one I'm probably not gonna get one. There's nothing wrong. I honestly haven't. I used to like shit on Forex, but Forex has definitely been a little bit more appealing in my opinion recently. I'm gonna delete all this. I don't need any of this. The only thing I occasionally need is yeah, NQ1. Low key, I might start deleting all these. Apple went crazy though on earnings. Apple went crazy. Bro, I'm wait. I don't know what. No, that's not for me. Support and resistance. I remember those days drawing lines on my chart though. Yeah, I'm gonna move all the Forex down here. Remember that guy that was warning us about AMC? Okay, I don't need Netflix when I ever look at Netflix. I don't really need this. I like to look at Tesla. All right. Any type of Forex I should look at while we're here on the topic? Let's first look at ES. Before we get too ahead of ourselves. We're probably going to leave this 5-minute fair value gap. Kind of just slowly tapering down. Mainly looking at this low here. This is kind of what my eyes are drawn towards. Because that is that fair value gap. So I'm mainly looking at this low. It's pretty bearish in terms of market structure. You think you just passed the funded? Hey, yes sir, Eddie. Good stuff, brother. What do you mean you think? Like, did you actually? I think now you gotta pay like an activation fee though, which is kind of an L. You gotta pay like $150 activation fee, which is where they really make their money. We have taken that low. Where could you have entered? The only type of entry point I see is this 3-minute fair value gap. Overall opportunity, I wouldn't say it's high quality, so I'm not looking to trade it. That's cool. That's cool. It's NFP. I don't. It doesn't make sense to come into NFP and try to make money. You know. It doesn't make sense that way. It doesn't. There really ain't nothing. There really ain't nothing, bro. I was checking that daily fair value gap. We're kind of generating some liquidity on the way lower, though. We have taken stops within that higher time repeater array. We do have this fair value gap. We'll see what happens. Where can we possibly bounce off of? Maybe consequent encroachment of this gap. Wait, we have drawn into it. We have touched it first. You've been short from the inverse. I don't look at inverse fair value gaps anymore. I don't like inverse fair value gaps. I'm gonna be straight up. Inverse fair value gaps for me, anytime I've used them in the past, I've just gotten chopped up with them, and I don't think it really makes like too much sense to use inverse for me personally. I'm not a big fan of inverses. But I know you like inverse fair value gaps. I just use whichever PD array gives me an entry. Yeah, that kind of. If you have the right draw on liquidity, all you need is a PD array. That's all you need. That's all you need. On ES. On ES, I guess you could have entered off the breaker. We did have a fair value gap here. We never tapped this fair value gap though. Daily inverse fair value gap on ES. Daily inverse. Bro, saying that right after I say I don't like using inverses. Daily inverse. Here? Talking about this? If that's what you're talking about, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like using a confluence like that to base my trade off. Like I care more about this fair value gap in this order block. You know? And I care more about this daily, like this daily fair value gap is going to hold a lot more power. The only thing on ES that I see is this. The one on 15th of April. You mean this daily fair value? This is an inverse. If it's this one, that would just be a fair value gap. But it's lower quality because we've already drawn back into it. Like we've already came into once. The fair value gap I really care about is this daily fair value gap on NQ. Because one, it hasn't been traded into yet, and two, it was the draw on liquidity. All right. Kind of displacing lower here. Did anyone trade that? The only possible entry I see is if you were to enter in off the breaker. That's the only thing that I see. I would have liked it a little bit more on ES because we have taken buy side displacement breaker for value gap. I would have liked that entry a lot better. Me personally. Now we're coming into this fair value gap, so we'll see what happens. We have this big imbalance here. I wouldn't be so completely bearish yet. I would not. But just by looking at this on the higher time frame, this can be the start of something. The start of something. Overall, though, I'm probably not going to trade anything today because I want to see more structure. If we look on the higher time frame, okay, we've come up and we have completed the market maker buy model, so I don't really see too much need to come in and take a trade, you know. Right now, though, just by looking at this, we have a big imbalance. What am I looking at? Consequent encroachment, where we're kind of tapping off of. We'll see what happens. Ideally, I would like to see maybe something like this to where we kind of put in more structure today, and then we have a move lower for Monday. Monday we put in the high of week next week, and then Tuesday we have a classic expansion to take all these lows here. So we'll see what happens. Do we have an SMT at all at the highs? I feel like we have to. Do we not have an SMT at all? Should I get yes? Oh yeah, we do. All right. It's not the cleanest, and it is with YM, so I don't love it. But yeah, this is the SMT that we have. We have an SMT with YM, so this could classify a higher time frame reversal. I do like that SMT, but right now I just don't see much opportunity. Intraday. Notice, what are we respecting perfectly? Consequent encroachment. Get back, higher time PD rate. Do we have an SMT at the lows? Notice this, how we came into this fair value gap. We had a fair value gap lower, and then we have a fair value gap coming out of this. So this shows displacement that we could possibly want to go higher, but I don't really see anything that's high quality. Is there any form of SMT at the lows? I doubt it, honestly. This will go YM. Ooh, YM. No, I wouldn't think that we would reverse here. Honestly, we don't have an SMT, so I think we're still gonna continue lower. We're probably gonna fill this imbalance, in my personal opinion. I just like seeing SMT. SMT is just added confluence, you know. I might take a short if we get displacement from the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Oh yeah, we do have a 15-minute bearish fair value gap that opened up. I do like that. I do like that. Dang, bro. I'm like, my joints or something. 15-minute bearish fair value gap. 5-minute, we have this fair value gap up here. I mean, for me, the draw on liquidity has already been kind of mitigated, so I don't love it. For me, the draw on liquidity was that fair value gap, so to say the draw is this low is, I don't really like. I don't. We have come back into this 15-minute. We'll see what happens here. I've been in a trade right before ISM news. Are you short? I'm guessing. Are you short? Oh, I just rechecked. It's not the same. I'm on CFDs. We close above it. That's why. I see. And also, if you're on the higher time frame chart, if you're on the daily chart, and if you don't have B-8, if you use NQ1, and if you don't have B-80J on, then you're gonna get chopped up. And what I was doing here, I was just back testing, and the high or low of the day, the high or low of the day will be in a higher time frame PD rate every single time, regardless. Every single high or low of the day that we put in is from a higher time frame PD array. Every single one. Like you will never catch us changing the state of delivery when we're not in a higher time PD array. Why is this likely the high of the day? Because we're in a higher time frame PD array. Why was this the low day? Higher time PD array. Why was this the low of the day? Higher time PD array. Why was this the high day? Higher time PD array. Why was this the low of the day? Higher time PD array. Why was this low of the day? Higher time PD array. Why was this low of the day? Higher time PD array. Like anytime we make the higher low of the day, that will be in a higher time PD rate. Like every single time. I've been backtesting that, and that is honestly some sauce right there. That is some sauce. Every single high or low of the day will be in a higher time PD rate, regardless. That is such a beneficial part to trading, is knowing that the higher low of the day will be in higher time PD array, and we're not going to reverse unless we're in a higher time for PD array. We're not. We're not. Why can we reverse from here? We're in a higher time frame PD array, and we have an SMT. That qualifies a reversal. Why do I not like this as a reversal point? Because we're not really in a higher time PD array. Wait, we haven't. In terms of 1 minute, I guess we still have this for value gap. SMT here at these highs. This is your soup. This is your soup. In that 15-minute for value gap. In terms of trading this, alright, so trades just put on a trade. Target consequent encroachment of it. This is probably gonna hold. See how much more we went down on ES and NQ? That's what I meant by it was weaker. Oh, I guess you're right. Oh yeah. I was tweaking this morning. We were weaker on the lower time frame. I was looking more at the higher time frame when I was in terms of like weaker or stronger. Yeah, I see what you're saying because NQ took this high, ES in it. So yeah, that makes sense. If you look at the daily or even 4 hour, 1 hour, every time we expand, we have retracement before continuing. Every time we expand, we have a retracement before. Yeah. So you're saying we expand here, we have retracement. We expand here, we have retracement. We expand here, have retracement. Bro, I was locked out of your stream for a sec, and I just took the same trade. Nice. I don't love it. Like I'm not putting my own capital on it, but I do like that. Yeah, you have your SMT. You have your soup. Draw on liquidity's lower. This move higher. I don't care about. The price cannot reverse here, and I'm expecting us to probably fulfill this for value gap today and maybe come down to these lows. But like if you're being very conservative, I would probably target here and then probably target here. I don't really see any. It doesn't look the greatest, so I'm not taking it. But I like the fact that we did take stops here and then we are kind of displacing lower. There's no like PD array for me to really enter off of, which I don't like. The only thing that I see is a 5-minute inverse for value gap, which I don't like using inverse for value gaps. Like, oh, I guess that 15-minute for value gap, I do like that. But I would like to see like a 1 minute for value gap get formed and then take an entry off that ideally. But we'll see if this soup holds. I'm expecting it to. I don't see price reversing here at all. It makes no sense for price to reverse. Why would price reverse here? It just doesn't make sense. Wait, maybe we could. Actually, we do have SMT at these lows. That's the only thing that I see. I guess, yeah, we have an SMT at this low. So I wouldn't take anything here, personally. We'll see what happens, though. More like the 4 hour daily, I see. I don't like shorts anymore unless we displace lower. Yeah, the reason why I don't love it either is because the ES is within this fair value gap. And look at ES. ES is holding cost encroachment here of this fair value gap. Like the probabilities aren't in your favor, you know. So I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, it could play out, but I'm not gonna take it, you know. How's the stream been? Have I been lagging? Because I haven't really seen much lag. Yeah, that's perfectly. Bro, I stick with silver bullet. I silver bullet. I don't know. I've never really looked into silver bullet because silver bullet is the second stage of your market maker model. Because ICT's taught it in like two different ways. So ICT has taught silver bullet as being the first for value gap from 10 to 11. But silver bullet is the second stage in a market maker model. That's what silver bullet really is. But I don't really know. When people say silver bullet, I haven't really done too much study into silver bullet. And I probably won't because I don't know. It's the second stage of the market maker model. That's all I know. And it's also is like a time based thing. Where it's like the first fair value gap from 10 to 11 and the first fair value gap from 2 to 3. Which is like, bro, I'm not just going to buy a random fair value gap from 10 to 11 just because it's from 10 to 11, you know? Like, I'm going to buy a fair value gap when it makes sense to buy it. Barely no lag, no, that's good? Alright, that's cool, that's cool. I don't know what it was, but the other days, I was just lagging so bad. It was not. Like that FOMC stream, the market maker model, when I backtested on stream, I thought that was like a pretty good stream, and then I look back in it, and it's just the whole time it's just lag. So I was like, bro, that's just so annoying because like it definitely was a good video, but it is what it is. It is what it is now. Also, that matches up with the 10 to 10 macro, where a lower high would be either be. I thought it was 950 to 10 macro. It's 950 to 10, right? But I mean, I guess you're still not wrong if you say it's a 10 to 10. Oh, I see. Just got stopped out of this full port position. It's honestly a like like it just makes no sense in my opinion to just trade NQ. Because if I were to just look at NQ here, yeah, this probably would have been a good trade. But or I wouldn't say it would be a good trade because I don't really love it. But I would have been like, oh yeah, this could be decent if I'm just looking at NQ. The fact that ES is already drawn into the drawn liquidity and that ES has come in consequent to this and we are respecting it nicely just shows you that you need to be looking at ES and NQ because like it really can show you what the market's tipping his hand towards. Just tap the 15-minute. Yeah, we already were in it, right? Yeah, we already were in it. I do like the 15-minute fair value gap. Ideally, I want to see displacement. The trade I just had up is still valid though. Like yeah, we kind of come up. We taken these highs here. So like yeah, you could still validate a soup. But for me to enter here, like to like actually look to enter. Like I need to see more displacement, and I would ideally like to have a fair value gap entry. Ideally, like us taking this high, the fact that we never formed a fair value gap shows you that we don't want to run yet, and that we're just not ready. Notice here, we take this high, we never formed a fair value gap. We're not ready to run, or we don't want to. The market will show you what it wants to do, and right now, I would assume that we probably want to go lower here, but we don't necessarily have to. We could chop here all day if we want to. I do like that 15-minute fair value gap. That is a nice confluence. That 15-minute. Let me pull up DXY real quick, just for the people in the back, just for the brothers in the back. DXY OTE respecting very nicely. Look at the wick. Order block respected very very nicely. What is this? This is your breaker. This is your breaker. I'm gonna draw in the wick here because this is a fair value gap. Notice what I just said. I'm gonna draw in the wick here because this is a fair value gap. The fact that this is a fair value gap, I'll use the wick. But if we don't have a fair value gap aligned with the breaker, say this wasn't a fair value gap, I would just draw in the body. But I'm drawing in the wick because it matches up with that fair value gap. Notice where we respected perfectly. Breaker, fair value gap, order block. Look at this wick. This wick is telling you the story. Or no, the body's telling you the story. The wick's doing the damage. But the wick is also in itself telling a story. So DXY looks pretty bullish here. In terms of structure though, it doesn't look like anything that I would take a trade on, you know? DXY is going up, so that would be good for your bearish bias overall. Okay, we're now back within this 5-minute gap. We have traded into the 5-minute fair value gap. We haven't traded into the 1-minute fair value gap. So I care more about the 5-minute than I do the 1-minute though. We also have traded into the 15-minute. We traded into the hourly. Yeah, we have traded into the hourly fair value gap as well. So in terms of trading this, I don't see anything that's high quality. In terms of this was kind of a market maker buy model. Still kind of is on ES. Came down into consequent encroachment. Nothing now I'm taking a trade off of. I don't like it either because we never had SMT. Did we have SMT at these lows? No. Ooh. YM? I'm expecting YM to take these lows. That's what I'm expecting. I want to see YM take these lows. I was in long. Check Discord. Nice. For me personally, I don't like it. That's not my type of trade. For me personally, but I don't think it's a bad trade. I don't think it's a bad trade, but for me personally, I'm not gonna take something like that. You know. Hey, the stream, that's crazy. You look tired, bro? You good? Oh, I'm chilling, bro. I will say recently, though, I have been kind of pushing myself a little bit harder. I thought you not trading for a month. Where's the dis... What do you mean? Have I taken a trade today? No. Where's the discipline? I don't know what you're talking about, my brother. I don't know. You've been in my stream yesterday or you've been in my stream just bringing in negative energy. I really don't know how that's gonna bring anything positive out of your life. You know, coming into my stream and then saying that type of or like coming into anyone's stream and just bringing in negative energy. What does that do for you? What does that do for you? What does that do for you? Just bringing in negative energy in the world. Is that really gonna make your life any better? No. I mean, there's obviously gonna be people like that out in the world, but you just gotta Ignore him. And I don't really care, but I haven't traded this month. I'm not taking a trade probably at all next month. But it also depends. I might take trade if I see opportunity. You looked SMC. Yeah, it was risky. I know. I was watching the stream when I take it, and you said you were short, bro. You scared me. Don't 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 trade like that. Like say I see something, and then you think that you shouldn't take a trade just because I see something. Trade based off what you think, because at the end of the day, no one's gonna press buy or sell but you. But you. Don't burn yourself out. You need time to chill. Then take. Yeah, I would agree. But I really want this, so I'm going for it. What do you mean? It's not negative energy. I'm just keeping you accountable for your word. And I haven't traded today. I haven't traded. And it kind of is negative energy, you know. It's the way you're coming off. But you weren't trading for a month. Where's the discipline? Like, at the end of the day, I mean, I guess you could say you're keeping me accountable, but if I say that I'm not gonna trade, it's okay. So say I do say that I'm not gonna trade for the whole month, and then I do end up taking a trade, it's really not the end of the world, because it's gonna be it all depends on the opportunity we get. I work 9 to 5 in trading. I'm cooking, dude. That's where how you trade, and what do you how do you trade? How do you trade with the 9 to 5? Like, what's the strat? What type of job do you have? It's got to be like some type of like kind of like office job, you know. We could get a sell model here. We're back within the 5-minute gap. We have closed above the 15-minute fair value gap, which I don't love. We are showing signs that we could go higher because we have this 15-minute fair value gap. Overall, right now, order flow is bearish on the 1 minute, so we are within a 5-minute fair value gap, and we do have an SMC at the highs right now. I don't like anything yet. I don't think anything's high quality. To take it short, I need to see displacement lower. How do you like your new crib? I like it. I like it. It's definitely nice. And when I've been running, it's so nice because I'll definitely like make a video on activated for it, but I haven't posted an activated video in the past 2 days just because I've been cooking, which is kind of bad. This weekend I'm gonna take time. I'm gonna take some time for myself, honestly. We'll see though. But I would definitely say I like the new crib because when I've been running, like I live like right next to the mountains now, and it's just so nice. You get such like I've started running outside, and running outside is just so nice. Especially where I live, because I can see you get a clear view of the mountains. It's so nice. I think you're cooked. I'm a baker, so I work 2 a.m. to 5. So I got time to trade. You're a baker. Nice. What do you do? What do you do as a baker? I guess cook. Like, how does that work? Saying you're a baker is like kind of insane. I'm a chef. Wait, so you work 2 a.m. to 5 a.m.? 2 a.m. to 5 p.m.? I doubt that. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. though? Like, that would kind of be the strat though. Like, if you were to have a job, maybe have it be like an overnight job where you work overnight shifts and then you're able to trade still. But then you'd have to like sleep later in the day, you know? Yeah, he's cooking the chart in real life. Yeah, when you said I'm cooking and he's a baker. All right, this kind of validates a short. I would like to see us draw back in this 1 minute fair value gap. Now we have SMT at the highs here. Now we finally had displacement lower. This is the first bearish fair value gap we formed. SMT, we've taken this high, 5 minute fair value gap. We've had some form of displacement. I wouldn't take a trade here, but maybe if we come back into this fair value gap. I live in San Fran, is that right? San Francisco. So I gotta wake up at like 2 a.m. to make like donut till 6 a.m. and then I trade and go to bed at like 7 p.m. Nice. For me, I could not be a baker, bro. If I was a baker, I would get like so tempted. Like I love dough. I love dough, and I love that stuff. So that'd be way too tempting for me. Short from breaker on NQ on 1 minute. Yeah, we also have this breaker here. I don't like the breaker though because the higher quality breakers will line up with the fair value gap. Higher quality breakers will line up with the fair value gap. I mean, I guess you could say we might be forming a small fair value gap, but I don't care about that. I really don't. Another bay guy, yeah. Here's how it goes. Like if you watch my streams, you're either from like the Bay or you're from like damn near South Africa, or like there's so many people in here that are from like South Africa, and I'm like, how does that even make sense? Does that even make sense? We have a nice draw here though. This low, I don't love it though. Not everything lining up here, but we do have equal lows. Yeah, you're watching me from Morocco. That's insane. I make 200 a day from making donut. Wait, so you work 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Is that right? And you make $200? If that's true, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You're from Israel? That's insane. That's like I think Peter Evans from like wait, where's he from? Wait, where are you from? Wait, you're from Netherlands, right? Like how the hell did like people from not even USA be watching me? That's insane. It's always that we get a good setup and just run with no entry. Norway? Oh, I thought it was Netherlands. No, just from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. After that, I'm free to do anything. That's okay. That's you make $200 a day from working 4 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually pretty nice. If that is true. That's 50. That damn. What type of bakery you work at? That because that would work with trading a lot, but you're from the Bay, so market opens at 6 a.m. for you or 6:30. So you work, you get your paycheck. That's nice though. Bro gets cash. I would agree. $50 an hour. Shit, I take that. I take that. I honestly don't know if I like where I'm at right now. I'm don't want to ever take a paycheck ever again in my life. Like I just won't. Breaker fair value gap here. Relative equal lows here. I only care about this low here. We have a fair value gap below us. SMT at the highs here. We've now formed we're starting to form a 5-minute fair value gap. We also could retrace back up into. We have relative equal lows. Now this starts to look a little bit better. Split up YM. Has YM taken the low? YM has not taken these stacked lows yet. Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm never taking a paycheck ever again in my life. I'm not. I'm not. Either it works out or it doesn't. Either I really gave it honest effort and it worked out for me, or I gave up. Crazy chop. Kind of is choppy, but I still kind of like it. Nothing that I would really want to trade though. Fair value gap breaker. Now here, this entry here would be a lot better, but it's in discount. It's kind of at equilibrium of this leg though. But in terms of this leg, this price leg, you're in deep discount. So I don't love it. For me, market open at 3 p.m. That also would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. If the market as opens at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. to what, like 9 p.m. You like work your job, then you can come off and trade. And like trading is the type of thing to where, like technically you don't have to be on the charts 24/7. You don't. Like me, I don't have to. You don't have to be on the charts every single second of the day. You don't. So like what that means is like you could be like out with or you could be with your family and stuff, and you could still technically be trading, which yeah you probably want to be more locked in when you trade, but you kind of get what I'm saying. What's your plan B? Homeless. I mean, why would I even have a plan B? If I for real give it my all, I'm gonna make it, or I'm gonna achieve my goals. My plan B is van life. Yeah, I would say. And I would say I'm in a situation to where it kind of could make sense for me not to have a plan B. Like I'm grateful. I still live with my dad, for one, and I have money saved up. And I'm at a point to when I'll probably start to be making money here within like 3 months, but I'm not counting on it because I don't care about the money right now. Okay, say I go a whole another year, I could survive. I could live, me personally, I could live off of not having a paycheck for the whole next 3 years. That's a possibility. So I'm having the mindset to where, hey, if I don't get paid within the next 3 years, then I might reassess what I'm doing. But I just believe that there's no such thing as just showing up every day and just getting after it and not making it. Like if you truly show up every single day and if you get after it and if you make progress, if you actually give an honest effort, you are going to make it. There's no such thing as showing up and just not getting rewarded in the end. There's no such thing as that. There's no such thing. And you can think that all your time is going to waste and that, hey, maybe I'm doing all this for no reason, but you are. You are doing it for a reason. It's going to pay off. It opens at 3:30. 15:30. Bro, this is military time. 3. That's kind of nice, honestly. 3:30. Just sit back, chill. Evan, do you have a job? If you do, what do you do? Plan B is van life? I would agree. I don't know if I read that though. I would say plan B though. I don't like thinking in terms of plan B. Like why would you even think that way? Why would you even think that way? Now you go to school. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're like 19, 18 or 19. So yeah, that makes sense. Breaker for value gap's the only entry I really see to come to this low. It's not the highest quality. The 5-minute fair value gap has opened, so we do have a 5-minute fair value gap, but I'm expecting us to not trade back up into here before we take this low. I'm expecting this to be left as a breakaway gap, so just bought a 35,000 pound challenge. Wish me luck. Hey, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, my brother. Let's see my funded. Should we just full port the? Can you imagine? Full port the my fund of futures. Like as y'all can see, I didn't blow up. I did not blow up. I still have that my fund of futures account. Like don't think that I blew up just because I haven't been trading on it. I know I said in the past like if I stop streaming for a day, that means I blew up, but that's not the case. Transparent, like I still have this account. I didn't blow up. I still have it. Don't think that I pressed buttons behind the screens and blew my account. That's not what happened. Just focusing on the process rather than trying to get that funded, you know? Just trying to become a better trader rather than focusing on placing good trades, you know? Like this is what I truly want, so I'm going to gravitate towards it and I'm going to attract it, you know? I'm going to get it. Like realistically, we'll say realistically, I think that I'm gonna be a good. I would say like 3 months. 3 months, honestly, realistically. Give me 3 more months, and I'll be passing funded. I'm not gonna give it like a strict timeline though, but I think 3 months is definitely realistic. But I'm gonna think more in terms of like a year. Like I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna think more in terms of a year, 3 years. But I really think that it's gonna happen soon. Like if I stay disciplined, if I accept risk, it's only gonna be time. It's with my fund and futures. It's with my fund and futures. And I'm not gonna lie. I said I was gonna have a big announcement in the Discord, and I was gonna say that I would be starting to partner up with my fund of futures and be able to give away fundeds to you guys, which I feel like I still might do, but I don't know. I really don't have any interest of partnering with anyone, you know? I think it's best to stay in my own lane. But I do think like if I'm able to give away fundeds, I think that's definitely cool. But I'm focusing more on becoming a successful trader than trying to promote anything. If that makes sense. SMT at the highs off that 5-minute fair value gap, that 1 minute breaker fair value gap would have been looking back, it kind of looks like it was a decent entry, but notice how stagnant price is. We're not really getting a fast low resistance liquidity run. Notice this fair value gap here. I'm going to bring this attention to you. This is going to act like a speed bump. But we have already drawn into it. We already have tapped it, which is why I kind of like it. How long you been learning trading? I would say like over a year. Wait. It's been like a year and a half since I first started trading. I would say like a year and a half. I don't know. Time's kind of flying by right now. Shoot. Even now, how long have I been like truly trading ICT? It hasn't been like crazy long. It hasn't been crazy long, that's all I'm gonna say. Dang, I haven't really been doing this for that long. I'll say like 3 months, 4 months. Three months with ICT, like fully. And what I mean by that, I mean like actually showing up. I'll say definitely give me 3 more months. 3 more months. But I'm in no need to rush it at all. So do you think we'll go up or down? In terms of probabilities, we have a higher probability chance of going down than we have going up. So I'm thinking price is going to go down. For me, though, I wouldn't place a trade off of anything. The only entry I really kind of see is this breaker for value gap. But for me, that's not the type of trader I am. I'm not going to take that. especially since we have that 5 minute for value gap, I would have to put my stop here. And then you can probably target all the way down here. But that's not, I'm not taking that trade. I don't love it. I don't love it, so I'm not going to trade it. But we have a higher probability of going down than we have going up, you know? Yo, y'all, I've been thinking, I kind of, it sucks. I might end stream earlier now. I'm probably not gonna stream for the whole. Normally I said, hey, I want to stream for the whole 5 hours. I'm gonna stream for the whole session. But I've been thinking recently that I'll probably just end around lunch hour for at least this next month. And then that month after that, or this whole next month, is just going to be me grinding, me becoming better. And then in the future, that's when I then can come in the market, and then we can stream for the whole session. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to become a profitable trader. I'm not here to come on here, and I'm not here to try to become an entertainer. That's not who I am. Maybe in the future, when I'm profitable, I can be live. I guess that's true. We could do that. Get what you mean. Feel like I've been messing about with the charts for like 3 years, but only fully locked in with ICT concept strategies over the last 3 months or so. Yeah, I would agree. Like you can say you've been trading for like 5 years, but brother, if you trading support and resistance for 5 years and then you're switching hopping strike, there's nothing wrong with support and resistance. Don't get me wrong. I think support and resistance works. Just however you use it. What's your trading plan, you know? Be live while you study. I guess I could do that. Mainly I'm watching YouTube videos though. I mean I guess we could turn into a reaction channel. Would that be beneficial at all? Sut reacts now and we're just watching YouTube videos. We could watch the whole 2022 mentorship. You guys want to do that? Can you imagine? I have been taking notes though. I'm not gonna show too much of this, but I might try to release my notes. Basically, I got notes that I'm working on. Most of my stuff I have like written down, and then I need to transfer my notes from here over into Notion. Because how I take notes, I first write it down hand, get it in my brain, and then I go back into these notes, and then I refine these notes into Notion, which I think is good because you're reinforcing it again. And most of the notes that I write down here, like a lot of the stuff I write in my notebook is usually like verbatim what they say. And then when I go back into Notion, a lot of that stuff I'll like put into my own words and I'll explain it in my own words. Because like if you're not able to explain it yourself, then you truly haven't learned it, you know? Like when you actually learn it, you're able to explain it. Your mic is extremely low. Is that a little bit better? Or is that still not as good? Is that better? Is that better or is that bad? I don't want it to be too loud because when I first used the mic, it was absolutely insane. Yeah, that's true. If I'm talking way back here, it's probably a little bit better. If like this is probably a little bit better, you know. I'm also using Notion. Notion is definitely super elite. I'll kind of give you guys just a little sneak peek, but basically, I got like some notes in here, and then I'll probably order blogs, notes. I'll go into here, ICT notes. I like just kind of started this, so it's none of it's like full. Then I have kind of like something like this, and then the only thing I really want to show is there was this. And now I have I do like this. This is kind of a nice little. And then over here, I also have my journey. and then I have backtesting. So like I had a session yesterday where I went in and backtested a little bit. This is what I was saying earlier as well. This was a higher time repeated rate. This was a 15-minute fair value gap. If we wanted to reverse off this 15-minute fair value gap, we would have done quickly. The fact that we consolidated here means that we can't reverse. And this actually was a good study. Wait, did I not? Good study. Yeah, here we go. Notice how, okay, so this was a 15-minute array here. This was a 15-minute fair value gap. In order for a price to reverse and to change its state of delivery, we have to have a higher time repeated rate to reverse off of. And to make that reversal higher quality, there usually is an SMT. For a high quality reversal, there has to be SMT and a higher time repeated rate. Right here, we have a higher time repeated rate, but we don't reverse. I mean, I guess you could kind of argue that we do. Say you're taking partials, you're looking to target this low. But the reason why we don't reverse yet is because we consolidated here. You see this? This is consolidation. We can't reverse from a consolidation. We kind of do displace a little bit lower, so you could argue that, but we can't really reverse. We come back down, we put in another low here, and then we work our way back up to then take this high, to then have clear manipulation, to then have distribution of the sell side of the curve. So you should start ASMR. I think I'm good. Core content, be live when you shy. I don't know, I feel like that's, I mean, I guess I can backtest ball live, but last time we backtested, it was just very bad. I like this academia era of SUT learning. Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna be a student. I was kind of, I mean, I guess when I was live previous, I would always study, or I would like study just kind of like after, but like I'm really just only trying to, I'm really only just trying to learn, and I don't think it makes sense for me to like kind of come on here and just stream like. No one wants to see a damn near unprofitable trader trade. No one does. But maybe once I get in a flow of things, once I become more confident, once I gain more knowledge, soak up more information, I'm then able to give you guys better information. And like I want it to be a point to when I just kind of give you guys all my notes, and I think I might share this, but definitely probably not yet because I don't think it's definitely not ready. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on things. Check trading floor. I got you. Yeah, I definitely don't mind it. For me, though, it's not something that I'm going to take. I don't love it. I mean, it ended up being a nice trade, actually. Yeah, I can see that. Because the reason why turtle soups work here is because this is the second phase of distribution. This is the second phase of redistribution. And what a turtle soup is saying that, hey, we have taken this high here, so this now becomes the intermediate term high. In the second phase of distribution, we'll have that intermediate term high. So if that kind of does that kind of make sense of what I'm trying to explain? I mean, definitely don't take my word for it because, like, bro, I'm still a student. But the fact that this now becomes your intermediate term high, I mean, technically this would be your intermediate term high. But regardless, you're now saying that this is gonna be your intermediate term high. So for a price to reverse here, you'd want to see us. If you're looking for a reversal here, back up and maybe trying to target this high or even this, or I would say, yeah, more this high. You'd want to see us break this intermediate term high. In a soup, it's pretty much saying that this is now going to be the intermediate term high, so therefore we're going to flush towards TP. Let's see if I can pull up some examples of what I'm trying to say. We'll look at the textbook example. We'll pull it up with the annotations, sure. So you see how right here, kind of, we take the highs here, and then we have the second phase distribution, and this time becomes your intermediate term high. And it's not the cleanest. Technically, this is your intermediate term high because we rebalanced and imbalance. Then you have your short-term high here, and then you have another short-term high. So, I guess it's all about how you look at it. I need to duplicate, and then... I want to have like a textbook of these good studies. Right here, intermediate term low. You're betting on this to be your turtle soup. This is that second phase of distribution. Technically this is. Notice standard deviation here lines up perfectly with its buy side. You have your first phase of distribution, or first stage of distribution, second phase of redistribution, first stage of accumulation, second phase of reaccumulation. Here comes your lower risk entry, that market structure shift for value gap. Now comes your lower risk entry. You're taking buy side, sell side, or sell side, buy side, and then that becomes your. I've been looking more into dealing ranges. Look up like dealing ranges, and then. That's kind of what the 2022 model is. It's a dealing range. Yeah. I definitely want to stay on here longer. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute. I might head out though because for me, I'm at a point to where it's profitability over live streaming. It's me becoming an actual profit trader over than anything else. You should make a trading course in Notion so you can teach all you know to yourself to learn the best way to learn. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that's why I also have this. That's also why I like taking notes. And this is why I also like kind of getting on here and kind of just saying, because, like, you guys know that I'm probably not the best source of information. You guys kind of know that when you click on my streams. But that doesn't mean that I don't have accurate information. It doesn't mean that some of my information isn't good. I do think that there's definitely better sources of information out there on the internet, 100%. But what I want to do is start having like this is why I started this. I haven't even come close to finishing this at all. I guess I kind of need to wait. I need to take that over to ICT notes. Where is this? My knowledge as a trader? I need to move this. Notes. Okay, let's move this into ICT core content. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I might binge watch ICT core content. Oh no, we'll see. That's so real. I've been thinking of doing that, more of a custom journal than just put out there and could possibly help others. That's what I'm saying. Like a big way of what I kind of want to do is like I want to have this notes section, and then like I want to be able to say like, hey, these are the notes that turn me profitable, and then I'll be able to have all these notes that I can give out to other people. I'll say, look at Arjo. Look, Arjo's. I started like I'm not gonna lie. I said I'm only gonna have two mentors. I'm only gonna have two mentors and two people that I really watch. But brother, that's just kind of foolish because, like, really, some of these other guys that I've watched, I said I was only gonna watch Justin Worthing and then ICT, but like these other people have really made it click for me, and I've learned so much within the past like 3 or 4 days than I have within my whole journey, and things are starting to click. So I would say it's definitely nice to limit the amount of sources you get your information from, but I also would say that definitely don't be just don't be so clouded to where you only want to listen to one person. All right, we now broken this intermediate term high. This looks like we could reverse. We have SMT as the lows. Notice how well consequent encroachment of this fair value gap is holding. You're lagging. You should do some backtesting live streams on the weekend to backtest. I'm not gonna lie, that little SUTS model that I had was, I don't know. I just had SUTS model doesn't work. It's just like a PD array, I guess you could view it as. Like even here, I guess you could say, yeah, we have a breaker. Look at the order block that formed within the breaker. Yeah, we moved, but it's really not that beneficial. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll see. We'll see SUTS model yesterday. SUTS PD array. I mean, it already is a PD array, but we'll say. Okay, we have a. Well, I guess this is a mitigation block, and then we have this order block. Okay, look at how well that gets respected. I guess it is what it is. I'm lagging. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end stream here, honestly. I don't really see any high quality opportunity that you could take. I do see potentially we could potentially reverse here. We have SMT at lows. We're in a higher time PD array. We're just taking this low here. Look how well consequent encroachment was holding up. I don't really see anything high quality though. So with that being said, yeah, my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna figure out my Wi-Fi, and next week we're gonna next week, bro. Like the upcoming month, like we'll. You guys don't understand, but just because like I'm not there. Oh, I'm not lagging. Don't end. Yeah, I might stay on, but just because like I've not been as active on social media recently, and it's definitely like I don't want to become a point to where like I have to really have my whole life on social media, and like but the goal is for me to document everything and me to like come on here and have every single session, but I think that it's I don't have to show you guys every single thing that I do, and I don't want to come on here and then I don't need to do every single thing, you know. But I do want to live stream every day. I do want to become this. I do want to. But in order for me to get there, bro, I gotta put in some work on the back end, and I gotta kind of be a little bit ambiguous, especially if I'm not profitable yet. And no one wants to come in here. No one wants to watch an unprofitable trader stream. No one does. But I will say I will be profitable very soon. Well, I would say very soon. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna put any deadline on it. But I will say definitely by the. I would say give y'all. Give me 3 months. Give me 3 months. Give me 3 months of your time. Right now it's May 3rd. May 3rd. Give me until August. Give me until August, and I 100% guarantee you that I will be a far much better trader than I am today. But with that being said, if I need to grind like behind the scenes for 3 months, I will do that if that makes me become profitable. Because this is what I want. It's me becoming profitable first, and then social media second. Which I'm gonna make a video on that, and I'm gonna clarify stuff because it does me no good. It's always nice to document my whole journey, and that's kind of why I started this channel, to document what I do. But it also just does me no good if I'm always gonna be like social media every day, like live stream for 5 hours every single session. Yeah, that could be beneficial, but I really want to save that for when I am profitable. Even when I am profitable, I don't know if I'm gonna be live that long, but I definitely love doing this. So, have you been locked in other parts of life? Yeah, we've been locked in. But yeah, I'm gonna head out of here for real. I really appreciate you guys. The fact that you guys are watching me means a lot to me. And with that being said, y'all, like this little, I guess you could say, kind of like, I haven't been as disciplined recently, or haven't been as on social media. You said you were gonna live stream every single day. Well, things change and priorities change, and right now my priorities have shifted. So that's kind of where I'm taking my focus to. Don't make that mean that I'm not gonna be live stream at all. That I'm gonna end. I'm not gonna be on social media anymore. I will be, but I'm gonna be grinding in silence before that becomes a reality. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. We're gonna head out of here. So I'll catch you guys later. In terms of the market right now, the only thing that I like, and the only thing that I can really look at is we're kind of just patty caking here. It's not really the highest quality opportunity. On ES, it does look kind of clean. We have consequent encroachment here that we're holding. We now have taken sell side here. We've now broken this intermediate term high. We now have buy side resting up here. Okay, we have taken sell side. Now we can transition to buy side. If we're looking at this on NQ, we haven't taken this low. I was expecting us to come down and take this low, but ES has taken this low, so we treat an SMT like a liquidity sweep on both pairs. So the fact that ES is or NQ is, or ES is taking this low, NQ is taking this low technically. That's why SMT is good. All right, I'm actually gonna head out here. I always say I'm gonna head out and then continue to yap for like 2 hours. Anyways, I appreciate you guys.